For the last 75 seasons, the NBA has been getting greater. It's been crossing over, crossing borders, bending minds, breaking barriers, and shattering expectations. Because if the league's taught us one thing, it's that we can't predict anything. So don't miss 1 minute of the 75th anniversary season, where greatness lives on in every game. Visit NBA.com/75 to learn more.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Thanks to Ranker.com.
Ranker.
We've got the names of celebrities that people do not care about anymore because they ask their folks, and I guess Ranker, that's their job is to come up with things that are ranked. And so, who do you think is the number one celebrity that people do not care about anymore?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres is not on the list. Did you hear she's going to have a show explaining it when she comes back?
She better let all the secrets out.
When she comes back from her summer vacation, she's going to which is the perfect, who's not going to tune into that? Even you, to find out why, if Ellen's really a jerk, she's going to go, I'll tell you if I'm a jerk or not when I come back.
She should have a panel of all the people that accuse her of being a jerk and let them say what they have to say, and then she has to respond to it.
I say it's a fight club.
Oh, and then she gets to fight them?
Yes.
Wow.
Come on.
Actually, yeah, I'm kind of into.
Let's do it. Or maybe a dance-off. That's probably more her speed, right?
Well, she does the burning questions. What if all the questions is, are you a jerk?
Yeah. All right, so it's not Ellen DeGeneres. I will give you a hint. It's a him, and this actor has really taken a beating over the years. Used to be really popular, then just did some crappy movies.
Adam Sandler.
Ooh. He is number 5 on the list.
Okay, yeah. I just
saw number 1.
I saw the trailer for his new movie, and it looks stupid.
No, Danny just said the exact same thing.
What movie's this?
Halloween, some sort of Halloween crap movie on
Halloween.
Netflix.
Oh.
And it really looks bad?
Halloween.
It's Adam Sandler being an idiot with a stupid voice and hijinks ensue. We already have Ernest Scared Stupid. We don't need this.
It actually even looks like, I would even go further and be like, Scary Movie is like a parody of all the scary movies. This looks like a parody of Scary Movie.
So this is a Halloween movie, though.
Yeah.
Danny, you should be all over this.
Kevin James, I'm going to watch it. Kevin James is in
he's
it.
got all the
Is
people.
Kevin James on the list? What about Rob Schneider? Is he in it?
Should be.
Rob Schneider's going to be in it. You know that Adam's wife will probably be in it because she was in his last movie.
I don't even know who his wife is.
She was the hot chick in The Wrong Missy. Remember the co-worker?
Of course.
Yeah. That was up for that promotion, yeah. Plus his cousins and like everybody that Rob and Adam's family seems to be in all of his movies. Number 1, you haven't got number 1 yet. Anybody want to take a guess? Adam Sandler's number 5.
Is it Mel Gibson?
That's a good guess.
He should be on this list. He's not. I'm very surprised at number 8. I can't believe.
You have one more chance.
Wow. All right. Number 1 and number 3 were in a movie together.
Oh, okay.
And it was a great action movie.
Luke and Darth Vader.
Luke and Darth Vader?
Yes.
What? Wow.
They're in a movie together.
Okay.
Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller?
Were they
Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
They were both in a bunch of movies together.
All right. It was an action movie, though.
Wasn't the Starsky and Hutch or whatever that wasn't that technically action?
I guess
Turner and Hooch.
Okay. No, it was, first of all, it's their real names, Steve. Whoever, it's real name people.
What's Hooch's real name?
Okay. This guy here This guy here played a very bad superhero movie, which one we thought could be really cool.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Oh, you're close, but no, Ben's not. How about
Ben's
he's
not on the list?
How about he's not on the list?
I
No.
thought for sure he'd be like number 2.
No, he's not. Number two, you got to bring the money. Okay, if you show this
Tom
person,
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
he wasn't the only guy in that movie.
Oh, Cuba Gooding Jr.
That's number 2.
Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
And I was told you got to show him the money. You know what I'm saying? I think Kuba was the one that wanted to be the
I feel like that's rather aggressive to put him on this list, like that high up.
I think because of his personal issues. I think he's had some people accuse him of some bad stuff, Kuba.
Oh.
And I think maybe that's why people don't give a damn about him anymore. If I'm not mistaken, hasn't Kuba been under some allegations that aren't cool?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't care about him anymore either.
Yeah, so that's why I think he might be on the list.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I told you it was a movie about a superhero.
Oh, apparently he was in the news just the other day, though. He saved a man who accidentally set himself on fire at a party.
Ooh, that's a
part
clue.
of his cleaning up his image.
Yeah, that's by way of clue to the superhero I'm talking about.
Fire starter.
Oh, come on. And
Ghost Rider.
yeah,
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is number 1.
That movie doesn't exist, either of them.
That's why I
enjoyed
used them. Rev, there's your boy Steve. He enjoyed both of Ghost Rider.
The first one wasn't bad. I think people just wanted to hate it because it was Nicolas Cage.
It wasn't good, though.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't great. I think it was good. I feel like there's a lot of hate for that guy, and it's just not necessary.
See, I think it's funny. I don't think anybody cares about him as an actor anymore, but everyone cares about him for the memes. He has a very memeable face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's number 1 on the list of people,
He was in Face
celebrities
Off.
people don't care about. That was my clue to number 3. Remember
John
Travolta?
Yeah, John Travolta's
Yeah,
number
who
3.
cares about him now?
Dude, after that Gotti movie, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
That movie sucked.
Oh, I thought Battlefield Earth would have been what.
Yeah, that was for me.
Yeah, that sure was.
But he was like, I mean, so is it going to take Tarantino to resurgence for him again? Like, you remember, like, everyone forgot or stopped caring about Travolta. He was in bad movies.
Yeah.
And then Tarantino puts him in Pulp Fiction. All of a sudden, he became the guy again.
He became the guy again. You're right.
And then he did Gotti.
It's, the thing with him and Tom Cruise, because I believe, aren't they, one's into the Dianetics.
No, both are Scientologists.
Oh, yeah, they're both are Scientologists.
Super deep into that.
That's it. Thank you. And I think that hurt them. Not
Didn't
so much
hurt
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
A little bit, but not as much as Travolta.
Dude, Tom Cruise is still an A-level, bankable Hollywood
That's
actor.
true.
His couch jumping ruined it more than the whole Scientology.
But I think people really tied it to that. They tied his couch jumping to his religion.
It was around the same time.
Yeah.
That was becoming a big talk.
And the whole Katie Holmes thing and all that. But you're right. I mean, he's still been able to make the movies the focus. And I've separated Tom Cruise, the actor or the person, from his movies because I've loved like a lot of the movies he's done. I mean, I'm a real good. I'll go to any Tom Cruise movie because he gives you great bang for your buck.
Here's a good text suggestion on this celebrities we don't care about anymore.
I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them.
No, Charlie Sheen's not on the list.
I have 1 speed. I have 1 gear.
Go.
The top 5 are guys, and I will tell you this: we've got Nicolas Cage, we've got Cuba Jr. Gooding.
What was that?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
You all right there, PJ?
Yeah, John Travolta and Adam Sandler. That's 1, 2, 3, and 5. Number 4, big star of television first, then movies. Arguably, this man saved Christmas.
Oh, Bruce
Ernest?
Willis.
Bruce Willis. Nobody cares about Bruce Willis anymore. Ernest did save
Barney?
Christmas too. Yeah, you're right. Ernest did save Christmas.
And Halloween.
Yo, dude, I'm with them. I've always loved Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was like Tom Cruise, like you said. Like if Bruce Willis is in a movie, I'm going to watch it. 1600 Block or 16 Blocks, whatever it was. That was awesome. But the most recent movie I watched with Bruce Willis in it, it sucked so bad. I was like, I'm done with Bruce Willis.
I have to say, the last action movie that he did that I liked, and this is 1997. The Fifth Element was the last movie that I think he was really good in.
I liked Looper.
Looper was awesome.
Looper was pretty great, and he was in it.
Yeah, he was. You know what? He wasn't super actiony in it, but you're right. It was a good movie. All right, I'll give him that. But beyond Looper, Rev, can we think of anything?
Did you like the movie Red?
Oh, you know what?
No,
I did
Red
like Red.
sucked.
No, you didn't like Red or Red 2. Did you watch Red 2 or Red?
Well, of course we started with Red 1 if we're going to do Red.
Yeah, you're not old enough to appreciate Red. You know what? In 10 years, watch it again. Because I think if you're an older person, you dig Red.
It's already an old movie, though. Oh, I know what you mean. If I'm old.
If you're older.
Right, never mind. Never mind.
Hey, I'm glad you figured that out, though.
I'm on to you now.
Yeah. Oh, you're on to me. You're on to me actually picking up what I was meaning. Okay, good.
We watched Survive the Night. Don't do that. It's
Okay.
so bad.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was like a Hallmark action movie.
And was this on the air or not when Kevin Smith talked about his experience directing him in Cop Out?
It wasn't, I don't think, on our show, but it was public.
It was public.
Yeah.
And you know, look, Kevin Smith definitely is, he's a quirky director, and, you know, he has his own way of doing stuff, but he's like one of the nicest guys ever. So I immediately was not a Bruce Willis fan as soon as I heard that it wasn't a great experience for Kevin Smith. Yeah, Cop Out.
Cop Out was a fun film.
And it was a good movie, and Kevin Smith apparently said that it wasn't a pleasant experience working with Bruce Willis.
Did you like the movie Glass?
It was a good movie.
So that's 2019.
Yeah,
so.
he was okay in it. I wouldn't say he was the star of that movie. I think James McAvoy was the star of that movie.
Well,
yeah. And also, you know, and of course, you got to love Samuel L. Jackson. He's just great in everything.
Bruce Willis was good in G.I. Joe. Retaliation.
Was he even in? He was in that?
Yeah. He was a guy.
Okay. So yeah, Bruce Willis is number 4. Number 6 is a woman, and I'm really sad about this because I like her a lot, and I didn't know people were tired of her.
Jennifer Aniston.
No, not Jennifer Aniston.
Garner.
She's number 9, by the way.
Oh, good.
So, you know what, Steve?
Come
You're
on.
the women. The women are 6 and 9, Steve. Though that's nice.
That is nice.
Number 6 on the list. Number 9.
Aniston, what about the Bosses movie?
Horrible Bosses?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You didn't go for her?
I've never been a big Jennifer Aniston fan.
Shut your mouth.
I still love her in Office
And I
Space.
hate Friends too, Vicky, so.
Oh, that's it.
Shots fired.
Ellen DeGeneres and Vicky want to fight Danny.
You're dead to me.
Jennifer Aniston's so awesome. How could you not like her?
I can see why people would be annoyed by Jennifer Aniston, but
Why?
I'm not.
She's great.
I mean, she's, you know, probably because she's successful and she shows up a lot. It
Could we hate her because she's successful?
You know, it's like is it the Will Ferrell effect because she's always kind of the same character?
hot and awesome.
It's funny because she's
Will Ferrell's not
not the
hot.
same character. There's a lot of other movies she's done, but nobody knows about them because it's not a Jennifer Aniston kind of vibe that you're expecting.
I'll give you that.
She was in one that was like really sad. It was called Cake, and she did a phenomenal job.
I didn't see that movie.
Steve would hate it, but
But it's got cake, right?
well, it's about
The band?
her and loss. You know, she loses her family, that kind of thing, and her
is
dealing
there
with it.
no cake at all?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. I think
I
there
want
was.
cake.
No, the cake is a lie.
And then Dumplin' was hilarious.
I like dumplings.
Dumplin' is about a girl whose mom was a pageant queen.
Did
and-
you watch that, really, Steve?
No,
I did.
I'm not talking about the food dumplings. Like DTF.
Chicken and dumplings. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
no.
DTF, ladies and gentlemen. He loves those dumping.
What about we're the Millers?
Oh, was she good in that? I heard that movie was kind of.
It was awesome. It's a classic, BJ. Watch it.
I mean, it's a good comedy movie, but like,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
I just have never been it. Like, I never thought Jennifer Aniston was that hot.
Well, I mean, even like,
Well, still, if she's not
still
that
a good
hot, what
actress.
yeah, exactly. What about her chops as an actor? No, okay.
What about Marley and Me?
Never seen
Oh, the dog was the star of that movie.
Well,
though.
yeah.
I mean, but you're right. That was a movie.
The Bounty Hunter. That was a good one.
Jennifer Aniston's number 9. Number 6, you want to figure out? It's a woman. I don't think you'll ever figure her out. Was she? Let me see if I got the right actor. I think I do. We here in Seattle.
Carol Baskins.
We here. Carol Baskins, everybody.
She acts like her husband isn't dead.
You know what? This actress here, for you Seattle folks, it'll keep you up at night. If you can believe that she's on the list. Keeps you up at night.
Meg Ryan.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I actually followed.
I was about to say Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer, because he was sleepless in Seattle, of course, yeah. Meg Ryan, I didn't know people were done with her. What?
I didn't know if I was done with her. I just forgot she even existed.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I forgot she was still working.
She's kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I always will care about Meg Ryan. I always had a crush on her.
So it says it's time to fire Danny. How do you not like Jennifer Aniston?
Thank you.
Wait, this is the time to fire Danny? I mean, I've been on that campaign
So
for quite
Danny,
some time.
you milkshake hating bee. Jennifer Aniston is an American icon.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
All right, guys, this next one I think is just massive overexposure, and I can understand why. But I think it's just because he's been everywhere. He's always in the news, always doing
If
stuff.
you say Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I'm going to just rip up this list.
No, it predates The Rock. Okay, and you know what?
Bronson.
We just saw a very serious interpretation of what this guy started being famous
Will
for.
Smith.
Yeah. Will Smith is number 7 on the list.
I got lots of love for Will Smith. I had no issues with that guy.
There hasn't been a movie that he's been great in, like, recently, though.
Yeah, the people thought his first half of Suicide Squad was good, but what else has he done that's been good? Like that last I Am Legend, was that the last one? Or
Yeah, that was like a decade ago, man.
well, which is the one where he fought his younger self?
That was great. Gemini and Me.
Man.
Oh, there we go.
Gemini Man.
You were the only one. that thought it
Gemini
was-
and Me.
Gemini and Me.
That's the one.
Gemini Man was great.
Yeah, most people didn't agree with that.
Well, most people are stupid.
I thought Bright was tolerable, but not.
Yeah, for a
Great.
Netflix movie.
What about Bad Boys for Life was fun?
I heard that was good, actually. Didn't that get well received?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus, that was a good movie.
Aladdin.
Focus?
Concussion.
Was he good in Aladdin? I haven't brought myself to watch it
Yeah,
yet.
I thought so.
I might have to Disney Plus that sometime and see if he's good.
Hancock.
Now, see, you guys like Hancock and I don't. But that's because I'm a superhero snob. Number 8 is shocking to me. I really don't understand number 8. And he is a great action star. He's also been in a football movie.
Sean William Scott.
And I'm going to.
Who's Sean Astin? Is he still waiting to come in to do our interview?
I think so. I think he's on the way.
Sean Astin. I don't think anybody cares enough about him to actually put him on the list.
He's Samwise. Thank you very much.
Oh, but he was Bob.
He was Rudy.
I understand he was everybody, but that's
he was everybody.
I'll tell you what he wasn't on time.
Yeah, he wasn't on time
or ever showed up.
Denzel Washington is number 8.
I got no problems with Denzel.
I don't understand why people don't care about him
Equalizer.
anymore. Is it because is it because of just overexposure? Like Denzel's just been in too many things? I don't know.
Yeah, but everything he's in, he's awesome in. So what do we?
I think it's one of those that he is in so many movies and he is the same character and the movie's premises are so similar that you can't really tell them apart.
I haven't seen a lot of movies where he isn't the same character, Vicky. I agree. I'm sure he's done stuff where he's showed a little bit more range, but you're right. Every one that I can think of, it is kind of like the same dude.
Oh, man. Equalizer 2.
Again, he was the same guy.
American Gangster.
Probably the same guy, but this time
Training Day.
Maybe the same guy with
Remember
the football.
The Titans?
Oh, was that with the football?
Yeah, that was the football.
Okay, yeah.
Out of Time.
Yeah, I think probably a guy that needed to watch.
Forget about it.
He's the same guy, but he needed to watch.
I'm sure Danny didn't like him either, that Jennifer Aniston.
And number 10 on the list.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis is number 10, rounding out the top 10. I guess I don't really care about her, but I don't know if I really ever did.
She was good at Knives Out recently.
That's true. That movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
And she appeared recently in the new Halloween movie.
Yeah,
as,
but that
the
one
older
was
version of her character.
That one was terrible.
I don't dislike her, and I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like. I mean, I'm neutral to Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, I think that every time I watch her, I'm pleased with what she does on the screen. She's not my favorite, but she's also not somebody that I go, I'll never go see that movie. I kind of maybe I'm indifferent, and maybe that's part of why I don't care.
So yeah, you just don't care about her.
Yeah.
Well, she's reached the status of just being like the mom in the movie. Like she was like Freaky Friday mom.
She's kind of grandma. She's grandma.
It was. No, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm just saying she was just one of those like.
She's kind of grandma.
That's
now,
true.
Yeah, I mean, because Freaky Friday was almost 20 years ago, Danny. At least. All right.
They should remake it and have Jennifer Aniston in it just to piss Danny off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Remake the remake.
Remake the remake. Sure, why not?
2003, that movie came out.
Yeah, there you go. How about Deadpool? Just brought back one of the most beloved actors from the 80s. How so? I'm going to tell you at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
For the last 75 seasons, the NBA has been getting greater. It's been crossing over, crossing borders, bending minds, breaking barriers, and shattering expectations. Because if the league's taught us one thing, it's that we can't predict anything. So don't miss 1 minute of the 75th anniversary season, where greatness lives on in every game. Visit NBA.com/75 to learn more.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials, like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look, now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Rick Moranis. We all remember Rick, man.
Dude, I feel like every once in a while he just comes up in the conversation as like the guy that everyone loves, especially a respectable thing he did to get away from Hollywood, but everyone misses him.
And I think that's it. What a perfect time for Rick Moranis to basically be in the news, if you ask me, because he's a feel-good story. You're right. In the early 90s, he had to raise his kids because his wife passed away of breast cancer. So he's been out of the Hollywood scene ever since, raising his children.
I mean, we talk about in the last segment, we talk about celebrities that people don't care about. I feel like he's the ultimate example of the opposite of that. Like, that's a guy that everyone seems to still care about.
But his kids are grown for the most part, so there was a possibility he could be lured out of retirement. There was talk of that. And how about Ryan Reynolds was the guy to do this? for his company Mint Mobile, right? Because Ryan's got the company where you want to make affordable cell phone plans or something like that, or internet plans.
Unlimited cell phone for just $30.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Mint Mobile, but it sounds pretty mint.
And sorry. Hey. So how about he got Rick Moranis to be in this Mint Mobile commercial, and the clip pretty much is just mostly Ryan fangirling over Rick.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile has gone so long without an unlimited plan. So to introduce it, we brought in an actor we've all gone too long without. Rick Moranis.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about Mint?
No, that would have been smart. But no, it's $30. It's unlimited. It'll do just fine.
Sounds good. I really got to get a phone. So why am I here?
I'm just a huge fan.
Oh, stop it. Come on,
no,
stop it.
Seriously. Massive.
That's it?
That's it.
See ya.
Bye, Rick Moranis.
Bye.
Rick Moranis.
Anya standing in a mint field, as it's pointed out.
Bye, Rick Moranis. Ryan Reynolds is really, you know what, he's the hero we all need, and he brought back another hero we all need in Rick Moranis. I love that.
Yeah, he's a Mint Mobile owner and user. I know this is the first time I've even heard of Mint.
I feel like, if I remember reading about it, he wanted to create basically a cell phone service plan that was affordable for people that really, you know, just couldn't afford some of the higher plans that are out there.
Phone plans for just $15 a month.
Yeah.
Well, look at this guy. He's a genius. He gets Rick Moranis to be in this commercial, has his fanboy moment, and then everybody's probably talking about Mint because for a lot of people, I don't know, maybe never heard of it.
Well, yeah, I know there's just people that can't afford some of these cell phone plans, and therefore they don't have anything. But you still need to be connected in some way, shape, or form, and this is the way to get it done. So I feel like it's Ryan's way of giving back. He made a company for people that that need a service that can't get it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just insane. An unlimited plan for $30 a month. I mean, seriously, my cell phone bill is not that.
So you have iPhones and stuff and things.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, what kind of phone are you getting in this? Like, or is it like
$30 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good for you. Good for you, Ryan Reynolds, and good for you, Rick Moranis. Yeah, he said, like many Canadians and humans, I adore and worship Rick Moranis. From Strange Brew to Ghostbusters to Spaceballs to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He said, everyone on set was completely starstruck. Most of all, me. We were so grateful he came back and hope he stays back. This isn't just a one and done for Rick. He's also doing the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Josh Gad starring as his son. That's right.
Oh,
I forgot
that's right,
about
the reboot.
Yeah. Again, it's a feel-good story. He's never been anything but just joyous in all the parts he's played. I would love to see him come back if that's what he wants to do, and it seems like it is what he wants to do. And I think that would be amazing if his, this other half of his career, I don't know, the Encore, the Twilight, whatever you want to call it, turns out to be super successful for him.
I'll definitely check out Honey, I Shrunk the Kids reboot. What channel is that going to be on?
Probably going to be a movie. Maybe Disney Plus-y kind of a thing. Was it a Disney movie?
I'm not sure, but right now it's just called Shrunk, and there's not a whole lot of information about it because it's still in pre-production. So
maybe I think I associate Josh Gad to Disney just because he's Olaf. But yeah, okay. So I feel like if Disney's not doing that, they really should be.
Dude, I just had last night was a tough night for me.
What happened last night?
We finally finished binge watching Money Heist on Netflix.
Oh, and it's over. It's
over until 2021 when they bring it back for season 5.
That sucks when you all your buddies that you've been keeping up with, you don't see them anymore.
Dude, like my wife and I were just like sat on the couch like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I don't even know how to handle this. Like, that was been basically what we watched 1 or 2 episodes a night for however long it's been to finish the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Dude.
I told my wife about it.
Okay.
And I have to say, you finally got... how about I was telling her, let's watch Peanut Butter Falcon, and she said, I already did.
And she liked it?
Oh, yeah, she loved it. And I said, okay, I want you to know, I wasn't going to tell you, but now that you've watched it, that's a Steve recommended movie. And she looked at me and she said, I don't know if I would have watched it if you told me that.
Uh-oh.
And I said, well, there's another one.
Dude.
Steve loves it. And she's like, okay, maybe we'll check it out. We're currently binging something else right now, but, when that's done, maybe we'll Money Heist it.
So my favorite television show of all time is Breaking Bad. This show is better than Breaking Bad.
Whoa.
To me, this is my all-time. After we finish, I'm like, unless they completely destroy season 5 and just ruin the show. There's an episode in season 3. There's the final episode of season 3 on this show that might be the greatest television episode I've ever watched in my life. It was just like jaw to the ground, heart racing. that show, it's amazing. It's on Netflix, and it's a phenomenon that I didn't even realize. Like, because then there's a documentary that Netflix put out, because originally it was a show just for a Spanish television station. And the first season was a monster hit. Second season fizzled, and so they canceled it. And so people were losing their minds across the world. Like, this show was great. And Netflix swooped in, picked it up, and then it became a monster hit again. And then they just said, hey, can we bring back the cast and do new episodes? So it's become a Netflix show. And it's one of the most popular shows Netflix has ever put out, they said, on a worldwide level.
How about that?
Yeah, like in Italy and other countries, not just in the United States as well, but it's like a monster hit for them. I had no idea about any of this.
You said it's like Breaking Bad. I don't think Kathy's a fan of Breaking Bad because it's a little too intense.
Oh,
that's the problem. There's a lot
this
of
show's super intense.
Okay, yeah,
but it's so well done, and I think you'll like it because it's got like some. It's a giant chess game.
And your wife watched it though, and she did. But see, your wife watched Breaking Bad. I could get my wife to.
My
watch
wife though cringed at some of the Breaking Bad episodes.
Yeah.
Did not cringe at a single episode of this.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a shot then. I'm going to give it a shot because I mean it sounds like a great show. And you look. It's not just you. If it was just you, I probably wouldn't. But when you tell me the world is saying it's good,
yeah, the world, man,
and the fact that Netflix resurrected it and it was all this hoopla over the whole thing. So yeah, all right, I'll give it a shot. So it's called The Heist.
It's called Money Heist.
Money Heist on Netflix.
Yes.
All right,
check it out.
Okay.
I think anyone on this show would enjoy it.
Anyone?
Yes.
You're putting everybody.
I'd put $1 down that everyone on the show would like this show.
I don't think Vicky would like it.
Why?
Because you don't like.
She
to
can watch the Spanish version. She doesn't even have to watch the one with the
subtitles.
This not even. You could do subtitles or you could do the overdubs. I did the overdubs.
All right, and you know what? You're right. I shouldn't say Vicky wouldn't like it. I don't think Vicky will watch it.
I don't know. I have a huge list of things.
There
I found
we go.
one.
But they're not long seasons.
See,
like 8 episodes.
She ain't gonna watch it.
Oh,
yeah,
fine.
It's been on my list for a while.
Exactly.
I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, you're asking. The show's called Money Heist.
Money Heist.
Yep. So I said I agree. It's better than Breaking Bad.
Whoa. Danny's not going to watch it.
No, probably not.
Yep. See, you said anybody on the show.
They like soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like soccer. Well, there you go. Rev's not going to watch it.
Nah, I'm good.
See, I told you.
That's fine. I don't watch any of the shows you guys recommend, so I'm not going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad you wouldn't get mad about it.
If I want to watch...
I'm pissed. You guys are all... I wish someone on the show watched it. I'd be like, dude, did you watch that?
Yeah, I want to watch it with my wife. I'm really, the challenge of finding shows that we can watch together, that's the key. There's not many anymore, though we've been watching the reality series Alone, which I've told you about, where they drop people and they have to live by themselves and live off the land. And that's our latest binge thing that we've been watching. But we're getting close to being the end of that because we're on season 6 and they only have 7 seasons.
The other show we're into is My Lottery Dream Home on HGTV.
Oh, really? Now, Vicky might watch that.
Yeah.
Vicky could. I mean, she's an HGTV person these days.
Yeah, but that's almost unrealistic.
Actually, it's more realistic than you think. You hear the name of the show and you're just assuming it's going to be like these mansions that they're, but it's basically people who win like $1 million on the scratch tickets or $500,000.
Oh.
And so their homes that they want are, what it's going to do is going to piss you off that we live in Seattle, Washington or in Washington State. Because they're like in Texas and Houston, like, we want $1 million. Our budget, we don't want anything more than $300,000 we want to spend. And I'm like, what are you going to get for,
Yeah.
If you're trying to live they're like, we want a pool, we want 4 bedrooms, at least 2 bathrooms, but we don't want to spend more than $300,000. And I'm like, you're not getting any of that, buddy. Newsflash. Sure as that. They find all these houses that look like they would be like $900,000 homes here. Yeah. And I'm like, all this damn show is doing to me is making me realize that we live in an area that just sucks for home buyers.
Here's the thing. Because I don't know.
Thanks, Jeff Bezos.
You haven't lived in a small town. Well, maybe when you went to Plattsburgh, yeah. But you didn't. I don't know if you remember that. But as a college kid, you're at the college campus, so you probably got the coolest stuff around you when you're in a small town. If it's a college, I remember that about Gainesville, Florida. It was like that. The only place you ever wanted to be was near the campus of the University of Florida. The rest of Gainesville, you're like, forget about it. Living in a small town, that's why the houses are so affordable. There's not a lot going on, and I've done that a few times in my radio career.
Some of the Ohio, they've gone to some places like even Cincinnati, which is not a small town, but it's smaller.
Yeah,
but I mean, Houston, Texas is a big area,
You got those hurricanes, and you got those. I mean, the weather is not cool.
I don't want to deal with a hurricane if it means I get a house for $300,000. All
right,
that's a pool.
We got our friend who just boarded up her place and evacuated for the last hurricane.
Fine.
Our buddy
Way to be a Debbie Downer.
She's a rocket scientist, and and the only reason she's there is because NASA's
Is she really
there.
a rocket scientist?
She really is.
Yeah.
So
someone goes, "What are you, a rocket scientist?"
She really
She's
is.
Like, yes, actually, that's my job.
She's also king of the nerds too.
Yeah,
literally, she has that title. She won the TV show.
Yeah, and she's become a friend of our podcast, and she's brilliant.
I'm making Vicky sad because she's now on Zillow looking at homes in Texas.
Oh yeah,
in Houston, Texas. It's like a mansion with the fancy
With
staircase,
the big ceilings.
and it's not that much more than my house cost.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But you got to live in Texas.
And don't forget, your house can immediately become an indoor swimming pool. Just remember that. That's always a possibility.
Then it's an indoor-outdoor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you don't mind an indoor swimming pool at any given moment, go to Houston, Texas, everybody.
The only thing with that show, and I like it, I want them to find somebody that won $30 million. Because more often than not, the host, David, he's a super fun guy to watch on there. But he's finding very modest homes, which is fun to see. But I want to see him just have no cash limit amount. You know what I mean? There's no budget. Just find me the most insane home.
Oh, you got to watch those was it the upstate real estate shows, $1 Million?
Those are on those are on when I get home.
Yeah, those are
It's dangerous when you're in the process of moving to a new house.
Yeah,
because my wife has all these ideas that are from $1 million homes.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm like, well, is there a low budget version that I can get on Etsy?
Honey, can you watch $1,000 homes, please? There's got to be somebody put a show like that out there for us.
It's the one thing about this lottery show. It's inspired me to start playing scratch tickets.
Yeah, that's a really good inspirational thing right there.
Well, every story is I never played before. I decided to do it one day on a whim, and I won $1 million. David, find me a home.
Okay, you know what? Go ahead, buddy. Maybe you're the guy. Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, Mr. Million, did get this one wrong.
Which cereal grain is the most commonly used in beer?
Yeast?
No.
Hops?
No.
Raisin Brands?
No.
How do we not know this, Steve, with your good barista friend Rachel?
Yes.
How do we not know barley was the answer?
We've let her down.
Yeah. You want a shot at
Rachel Barley?
Yeah. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.